This is one of those glorious moments in video gaming history that stands out as one of the more awesome examples of video game logic. I'm gonna punch this frat guy in the face until he yells barf, and then take the coin his body turns into and then spend it at the sushi bar. A typical day on the streets of River City. River City RANSOM on the Nintendo Entertainment System released in 1989 as the third installment in the Kunio-kun series by Technos, preceded by Renegade and Super Dodgeball. So your favorite pudgy high school students are back and ready to rumble in this notorious cult classic beat-em-up with a dash of RPG elements. And of course, you're trying to save Ryan's girlfriend from Slick, who's apparently holding the city hostage. Like the entire city? It's pretty serious. And I always thought this ransom note was a bit cryptic and funny. So Slick wants his demands met, or else. Yet he doesn't say what his demands are. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So, well, maybe a few things were lost in translation there. But a few other noteworthy things about the Japanese version, titled Downtown Neketsu Monogatari, which means Downtown Hot-Blooded Story, was that most of the characters were still wearing their high school uniforms, and it also supported a save feature, while the US version has pretty lengthy passwords. But the gameplay is still the same between versions, and in short, it totally kicks ass. Along the same lines as something like Double Dragon, you move through the streets and fight random thugs, and you can pick up a variety of objects to bash their faces in. Classic stuff like the metal pipe, chain, garbage can, or even rocks, tires, and brass knuckles. All the items can also be thrown, and some of them can even be kicked around on the ground, so creative kung fu masters can set up some pretty devastating combos. So after you beat a fool down, he'll yell something random and drop some change. And that's where the RPG element comes in. You can spend your money to learn some new martial arts techniques at the bookstore, or level up your stats with various food and drug items. I know I always feel like I can punch harder and jump higher after a delicious tuna roll. And also in the classic RPG style, this means you may need to spend a bit of time grinding, as the thugs and bosses you face get progressively feistier, so you'll probably want to train up, unless you want to fight to survive. But this game is so much fun, I really don't think you'll mind. The quirky sense of humor is perfect for its cartoony style, the combat is varied and pretty challenging, so clearly it's a cult classic for good reason. So if you can't get your hands on an original cartridge, it's available on Wii's Virtual Console, and there's also a remake on Game Boy Advance. So let the Acro Circus commence in this beloved beat-em-up, River City RANSOM.